was a moment in the game that we want to address.
That was LeBron James coming up to me, unexpectedly, I might add, to confront me about making sure that I mind what I say about his son. Can't repeat the words because they ain't suited for FCC.
Good Friday, thank you for being with us. Obviously, Stephen A., an incredible game last night in LA. You were in the building, and we'll get to what that means for the Lakers and Knicks in just a moment. But S.A., there was a moment.
You know shit is crazy when they're not even talking about the game. They're talking about Stephen A. And look at his face. Don't he look sad? He look like a damn sad pigeon or some shit.
Moment in the game that we want to address.
That was LeBron James coming up to me, unexpectedly, I might add, to confront me about making sure that I mind what I say about his son.
Bruh. Like, bro, I'm all for letting these motherfuckers, these fucking reporters and motherfuckers have it when you see them in person and keep that same energy. Yeah. I'm all for all that. But like, yo, son is a grown ass man. If he get into a fight with somebody in the NBA, are you gonna come to his defense? Like, he's a grown ass man. Like, bruh, your son is trash. We all know he don't belong in the NBA. Stephen A. Smith has been one of the few people that were reluctant to say something about him. They would not say something bad about Bronny. He would not say nothing bad about Bronny. Then finally he was like, yo, Bronny need more practice. It was like Stephen A. kept it as professional as possible, tiptoeing, walking on eggshells, walking on glass. Like, he said nothing negative about Bronny. Like, bruh, I get it, you protecting your son, but he's a grown-ass man. If anything, you're the reason why motherfuckers is getting at him. Bruh.
Can't repeat the words because they ain't suited for FCC airwaves. That's what he was doing. Now, I thought long and hard about this over the last few hours because I had no intentions, Molly, of talking about this at all.
Yeah.
You know this nigga lying.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because it was a one-on-one, I wouldn't say a conversation, but it was a one-on-one confrontation. But then I wake up and everybody from ESPN and my agent and everybody else were sending me that this thing had gone viral. And so ultimately it was unavoidable, and that is why I have to discuss it now. That wasn't a basketball player confronting me. That was a parent.
Yo. Let me talk.
That was a father. And
copping the plea, Stephen A. Copping the plea.
And be angry or feel slighted by LeBron James in any way in that regard. By all accounts, he's obviously a wonderful family man and a wonderful father who cares very, very deeply about his son.
Like we all do.
And based on some of the comments that he had heard, or shall I say, I think he thought he heard, he clearly took exception to some of the things that he heard me say, and he confronted me about it. For the record, his agent and friend, Rich Paul, has my number. Apparently, he feels like I was slighting his son. Now, let me...
What's Braun gonna do? Go on a world tour, getting at everybody to talk shit about his son? LeBron, your son can't play. He barely believe in the G League. Excuse me, he barely belong in the G League. D League, whatever it's called. There's some dudes I know right now that are in college that will give it to Bronny. But I want to hear that big Stephen A energy. What you had to say, Stephen A? What you say to this man?
Let me tell you what I feel. What I would have said if we were...
what I would have said. Is it a woulda, shoulda, coulda, nigga? Stephen A ain't say shit.
We were in a different environment because one of the agencies that represents me if we were in a different environment, because I was not going to engage in a confrontation at that particular moment in that setting. But if we had had that conversation, I would have said to LeBron James, I never would speak negatively about your son. I was talking about you, meaning you, LeBron James. I have nothing but the best wishes for Bronny James. I wish him nothing but the best. I hope that he flourishes into an NBA star. Usually in other sports, we see all-stars, and on occasion, we'll see their children become stars as well. That doesn't really happen with the NBA. I sincerely hope he's the exception. By all accounts, he's a wonderful kid. And I don't know anybody who roots against him, and it certainly isn't me.
Yeah, he's a wonderful kid. He grew up as a millionaire's son, mansion holder. Yeah, he a nice kid, yada, 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 yada. But can he play ball? Nigga, he can't.
But in the same breath, at the time that we were talking about him, he was percolating to such a degree that the Bronny James stories had gone viral. And so we had to talk about it. And when I said the things that I said, I wasn't talking about Bronny James because my attitude is he's a rookie. It's going to take some time for him to get himself together. He'll be just fine, especially with J.J. Redick and the staff coaching him. I was talking about the position that he was put in.
You know, 1 minute they talking about how mediocre J.J. Redick's coaching is, and then they talking about how he's a genius. Like, break up your mind, Joe.
By his dad. Because LeBron James has been on the record, and he has said, and I'll read the quote here. There was a quote that he gave in February of 2024. The work and results will ultimately do talking, no matter what the size. If y'all don't know, he doesn't care what mock drafts say. He just works, earned, not given, etc., etc. But he also had said,
which is laughable. This shit is literally given, not earned. Literally.
Had said that his son could play on the Lakers right now, and he was better than half the dudes in the NBA. In the aftermath of all of that, he instructed everybody before the draft that y'all want me, draft Bronny. Wherever Bronny is at, that's where I'll be.
Which is crazy.
I'll do whatever it takes to play with my son for a year.
Absolutely crazy.
At that point.
Absolutely crazy.
My point months ago was that because of who you are, one of the top 2 players in the history of basketball, in my estimation, there's an immense amount of pressure that comes with that for his son. And when he talked like that, and what have you, anything that goes awry as it pertains to his son, there's going to be a microscopic eye, even more intensified, on Bronny James because of his dad.
What y'all think about
If we
this?
were in a different environment.
What y'all think about this confrontation? Braun had with Stephen A. Like, it's almost like pick on someone your own size. I feel you pulling up on people, letting them know what's going on, but like, bro, pick on some people your own size. Like, Stephen A. Smith is just doing his job. He's a reporter, media. He's just doing his job. Y'all, these dudes are so sensitive. I don't think I ever saw Jordan pulling up on people. Jordan had 2 sons that played ball, college ball. Trash. I don't remember Jordan ever saying nothing. My son's names are like, nigga. Y'all think this is fair or foul for LeBron? Do you think it was justified? Stephen A. out here copping the ultimate plea. Man, it's crazy, man. KJ Media, man, I'm out.